Welcome to the Community Engagement Framework for Tribal Belonging.
This is Mike and Rick Tielemans. We are the Tribe Guys, and we're going to show you how to build an engaged community with our tribal belonging frameworks. Let's go.
This is the three-part framework to build an engaging community that people actually want to buy from and belong to.
And it's how we turned a failing fitness membership into a seven-figure tribe using timeless tribal psychology.
So community is the best business model for those who actually value their freedom. That's our biggest core value. That's why we've been in business chasing this idea of freedom, because you get to talk about what you love. You get to hang out with your kind of people. You get to teach people without a full coaching calendar. You know, you're free from the Zoom room prison. You get paid every day to help people, and you can lead your tribe whenever and wherever you want.
Money. And this is what we thought it would feel like with a highly engaged paid community. It was the dream, you know?
But this is what most communities actually feel like. You know, we say, don't be a ghost town Gary.
You see those crickets? And that's what most communities lack. Most communities lack community. You can't build a profitable community full of crickets.
They don't even have wallets. Bad math. So that's why we believe that your community engagement will make or break your business.
If your members don't engage in the community, it is not long before they stop engaging in the content too.
And then you lose them to another guru on the internet.
We call this the last login.
Scary, because if they don't engage, they don't get results. They don't engage, they don't give you a testimonial. You don't get referrals, recommendations, and they don't buy more stuff from you. So you lose a paying customer, and you lose a future buyer, and you lose a community member, and you have to spend your time and money on marketing to replace that customer just to get back to where you were.
But if we can increase engagement, more members will get results. That means there's more testimonials to attract new members. That means there's more referrals from these members. That means a better reputation online. And that means there's fulfillment over imposter syndrome. It's basically a flywheel that grows from the inside.
So if you can engage more of your members to take action and get results, you have more members paying and staying in the community. You have future buyers for whatever else you want to sell, your stuff or other people's stuff. You have more referrals and recommendations. You have more social proof and testimonials to attract more of the right customers. And you have more community members that are helping you support new members. And it creates that whole flywheel effect. Ultimately, if you can engage more members, you can grow your business from the inside out without even adding more members. So a study by Bain & Company found that increasing customer retention rates by just 5% can increase profits by 25 to 95%, which obviously it depends on what you're selling, but a little bit of retention increase means a lot more profit.
Goes a long way. And there's treasure in your backyard, as they say.
But getting members to engage is hard, right? People aren't naturally inclined to interact with strangers in your community. It's just not how we're wired. People are too busy, so they'd rather invest their limited downtime on Netflix and not courses and coaching. And they're already in a bunch of online communities that they don't even interact with already. So why yours?
And people suck at following through, no matter how much they paid for it. I mean, it's human nature. That's why the average online course completion rate is 3 to 10%. That's why only 30% of nonfiction books actually get read.
People just aren't consuming the things they bought. They're not engaging, they're not taking action.
They're full of good intentions.
And that means 70 to 90% of your customers and your members won't engage, won't get results, and will leave. And it costs 5 times more to replace those customers than to keep them.
We call this the leaky bucket syndrome. I think everybody calls it this. And it's just really hard to grow your community with a leaky bucket.
It just is.
Go to the beach, find out.
So, how do you turn lurkers into lifetime members?
Lifetime members. The secret lies in our primitive survival instincts.
If you're selling coaching or courses that require people to actually take action and do hard things, then you're fighting against that customer's subconscious self-defense system that's protecting them from change.
People don't want to change. Humans aren't built for change. We are wired for safety and survival. 95% of our brain activity goes to our subconscious brain, whose primary job is to keep us safe.
So our brain is always trying to keep us safe and keep our money safe from online gurus like you and me. So the brain is always looking for reasons to say no, which is why it feels really hard to get people to buy.
It's the keeping our reputation safe from the judgment of the strangers in your community, right? Like the brain is always trying to keep us safe. And so even just getting people to interact and engage in the community is hard to do because it's keeping that safety mechanism, tight.
And it's keeping us safe from the unknown. So it's trying to protect your wallet, it's trying to protect your reputation, and it's trying to protect you from uncertainty, from change, right? So we want survival, we want safety, and that means we want comfort. We don't want change. So if your job is to get people to take action, then you're fighting against all of these deep inherited survival instincts. So the brain is looking for reasons why your methods won't work for them, keeping your members from adopting the actions and habits needed to succeed, which is why it's hard to get people to take action long enough to get results.
And the biggest obstacle in your business is the brain inside your customer.
But we found a way to work with the subconscious brain rather than against it.
After a decade in online marketing, trying to crack the code on client attraction for coaches and consultants, we were fired from our biggest client, 2017, losing about 85% of our monthly revenue right at Christmas time, this cold bus ride back from Northern Ontario. And we had this rock bottom realization that we can't keep trying to be better at marketing. Marketing changes all the time. Algorithms change all the time.
But one thing has never changed, and that's the brain inside your buyer. So if we could figure out how to work with people and figure out what they want, then we could understand how to make our clients more attractive to their customers, and so marketing becomes easier.
So we studied cults, we studied cult brands, we studied movements, we studied human psychology, neuroscience. We're just trying to understand why some brands have customers throwing their hard-earned money while others just struggle for a click, right? Trying to understand why some well-adjusted people would throw away their jobs, throw away their family to go and follow a cult leader in a different country, right? Trying to understand why people do what they do and how can we use that to build an online experience that people actually want to belong to, right? Why do they pay? Why do they join?
Why do they do anything? And then how do we use that to our advantage to get them to do the right things and the hard things and to pay and stay for life? So what we learned is that what people want more than anything you could possibly sell them is to belong.
Our customers are wired for tribal belonging, right? The survival mechanism is, for humans, safety in numbers. We are wired with advanced social communication skills that allow us to find and connect with other, similar to ourselves, to build tribes for our survival, right? It's this tribal psychology that we have survived to this day. It's why we're still here. It's because we are wired for tribal belonging.
So that means your customers want to belong to a community like yours, because belonging is a fundamental human need like food and shelter, and there will always be a market for this. Your customers are still wired to find and belong to tribes like yours, which is good news for you and other online community builders. And businesses that understand how to build for belonging are able to sell their customers anything, no matter the price. Tons of statistics on that.
So we learned how to use this tribal psychology to our advantage, to naturally attract the right customers, to buy and repel the outsiders who don't fit the vibe, who aren't speaking the language of the subconscious, right? To get more members to interact, engage, and take action long enough to get results that we can attract more of these right customers, to get members forming an emotional connection and real friendships in the community so we have that strong retention so they never want to leave, making it hard to cancel, as our testimonials say.
So when Funk came to us with a failed fitness membership, he was a ghost town Gary. He had good content. Most people have great content, but you can't build a good community off good content alone. And he had 500,000 followers on YouTube, which is a great start. But again, people need to want to belong to continue getting paid. So he had no community engagement. He had tons of members canceling. He had them refunding and disputing their credit card charges. He was getting tons of dispute letters in the mail, just like this one. Sad Funk.
Basket of these.
And it doesn't look good when your payment processor doesn't want to process your payments.
So we implemented these tribal psychology strategies that we collected. And this time, after relaunching, members wanted to pay. They bought lifetime access. They even bragged about being a lifer. They repped the merch. They bought more products. They told their friends, even telling us like, oh, the favorite part of my holiday was telling my mechanic about you. Right? They're getting results almost on autopilot. They're engaging like crazy, and they're meeting up offline.
And we turned a failing fitness membership into a 7-figure tribe of loyal customers in under 2 years with the same audience that didn't want to belong to the original membership. And so you can see 1.9 million in between 2019 and 2021.
That 2CC award, which is all we really wanted in our 20s. So good content isn't enough to build a good community. You need to work with the subconscious, you need to work for the brain, you need to build for tribal belonging.
So let's get into our 3-part tribal belonging framework to build a community that people actually want to buy from and belong to. So you can use this tribal psychology to create subconscious connection in your marketing that naturally attracts the right customers and repels the outsiders. Get more members to engage with the content and community long enough to get results and social proof. And then have your members forming real relationships and connections so they want to pay and stay for life.
So number 1, you need to invite the right customers.
You can't build a strong community with the wrong customers. So most people sell products and programs to whoever will buy, and then they corral everyone into a community and just hope they like each other enough to stick around. But this dilutes the community and it creates a disconnect between members.
So humans are wired to belong to groups of people similar to themselves, right? And anyone who looked or sounded different was a potential threat, different tribe. And so we want our members to feel like they are surrounded by people similar to themselves so they are more likely to engage.
So that's why we build our tribe for one specific audience that is the most like ourselves. Just because you can help someone doesn't mean that they want you to solve this problem for them. And by building a tribe for people just like you, then the right customers will feel a sense of connection and attraction, like this is where they belong, and the outsiders will scroll on by because you don't want them anyways.
And the more similar your members are, the more likely they are to join your tribe. They're more likely they are to engage in your tribe because this is what humans are wired to do.
So number 2 in the framework, you need to create a shared journey. A shared journey, apparently.
A similar journey. In order to create engagement, you need to give people a reason to engage, right? People want to belong. You just need to teach them how to belong.
So most communities just hand their new members a set of community rules and then encourage them to introduce themselves. But entering a new social ecosystem like your community is really scary and really daunting for your customers because we inherently fear rejection and uncertainty. Because in our tribal brains, being kicked out of this tribe was equivalent to death back in the day. You couldn't fend for yourself alone. You couldn't fight the elements or fight off lions all by yourself. So being kicked out of the tribe was equivalent to death. And your members are still wired for that. So you want your members to want to belong. They want you to tell them how to behave. They want you to tell them how to get results with your products and programs. They want it, and how to belong so they understand how to fit in with their fellow tribe members, right? They need to be told how to belong.
So in order to get members to post and post daily and engage, you need to show them what to post and you need to show them how to post, or else they won't post.
This is why you want to design the journey for new members to go on together. That way we understand what actions, habits, and behaviors we want our members to adopt in order to get the results they signed up for. So these become the rituals that we do together.
And by creating these shared rituals, we give meaning and we give purpose to the otherwise meaningless tasks, right? This increases the chances that people actually will take action and therefore repeated action long enough to get the results, because we are wired to conform to this human behavior, this group dynamic. And these rituals become reasons for engagement, right? So when we teach them what we do and why we do it, and then show them what we post and how we post and why we post and when we post, right? Then they just naturally understand how to belong and how to engage.
So then you need to intensify similarity. Number 3, intensify similarity.
Because by inviting the right customers into the tribe and showing them what we do together, we can create a community feed of similar people who are doing similar things on this collective journey toward a similar goal.
The more your members participate in these tribe rituals and these social norms, the more emotionally invested they are in your brand and your community. And according to a study by Motista, the lifetime value of emotionally invested customers are 306% higher.
Banging. So the more they see others like themselves doing the same thing, the more they feel this shared sense of identity and connection to each other in the community, right? And this is because we are wired with these things called mirror neurons. And that creates a subconscious connection, because when we see other people doing the same thing we do, the brain can't tell if we're doing it or if we're watching someone else. This creates this mirror neuron connection. which creates this connection at scale.
Did I skip one? Yeah, okay. The more they engage in these rituals and group behavior, the more your tribe's brand identity becomes a part of their personal identity. And so it makes it really hard to cancel since they'll lose a part of themselves. And it makes it really hard for them to cancel because they'll lose the friendships and connections that they made with their fellow tribe members.
So the subconscious brain is always looking for groups of people similar to ourselves. Just keep saying it.
So when you build for similarity, you create a sense of belonging, and that produces the engagement and the results and customers for life. So it's all about similarity, and that's why Funk has so many members getting marketable results on autopilot all the time. People just submit their testimonials, and we can just load up the proof page, which just does a great job of selling new customers.
Scroll. And that's why Funk has members who want to buy lifetime access, and because they never want to leave, right? Look at these people. I'm a lifer. Over 40 alpha for life. Proud of 48 for life, right? We didn't have this in the beginning.
And that's why Funk has members meeting up offline. They're just taking it upon themselves to meet up with locals because they feel a strong connection to these strangers that they want to meet up offline. They want to engage with each other.
Because birds of a feather, right? And that's why we even have members getting tattoos. So this guy right here, this beauty, this bloke is Brucey, and he went from brand new to branded in 112 days in the program. Pretty crazy.
So even if you have a small audience, we've had crazy retention without even touching the Assassin Academy that we built with Russell Stutley. You can see payment number 43 after not even touching it, and members still requesting merch to express their belonging to the tribe. You know, Scott saying everything, I'll wear it. Because the brand identity is a part of his personal identity, and people want to express that. So unlocking merch is just a natural revenue stream for a tribe business.
And actually considered getting a tattoo of the red fist at the end of this.
Tattoos, baby.
So even without showing up in the community, we built Chandler's Kettlebell Warrior Academy. We had members stepping up to lead the community. We had 85% of people choose to stay month after month. Dudes were paying for 2+ years in a program that's only 13-month challenge. And then even the members who canceled would give us some of the best testimonials on their way out. And it was usually just a money thing.
And this is like with a dead group. So when you build for tribal belonging, you create a subconscious attraction to the right customers so they want to join your tribe. So that makes marketing easier. Your members are more likely to engage and interact in the community because they're their kind of people too. You can influence their actions and behaviors so they get marketable results that help you attract more of the right customers. And you can convert more lurkers into lifetime members.
This is how you patch the hole on your leaky bucket so you can actually grow your community. And better yet, so that the community grows your community with and for you.
So if you want to grow your community with members who actually want to buy from and belong to your tribe, so you can get paid every day to help and hang out with your kind of people while only working a few hours per week inside your tribe, we documented our step-by-step tribe building blueprint. So this is the 27-step playbook that can turn your content into a community of loyal paying customers.
So it's both an instruction manual and a case study to show you how to build a 7-figure tribe business, right? Each video lesson will take you inside the mind of the buyer with the psychological secrets behind each step. So you'll understand why it works and then how to apply each step to your business. Because after we got the 2 Comma Club award with Funk, then we started to look at what exactly we did, right? And so we found the psychological strategies, but then you'll see part 2. It's not just theory. We have a section on each tribe secret that shows you how we applied this into Funk's failing membership. So you can see exactly what we did with every secret, of why we did it from the psychology perspective of what we brought, to then how exactly Funk implemented, or how we helped Funk implement each piece. So it is the psychological strategy, and it's a case study built in one.
So you can add hundreds or thousands of dollars to your community with these tribe secrets without even adding new members, because if you can patch those holes and turn more of that 70 to 90% of members who are likely to filter out, to leak out of your bucket, if you can just engage 5% more, then we know you can turn that into 25 to 95% more profits, right? So even just one little secret can change your business, but we're opening the whole vault right now for only $199, which is $7 a secret.
$7 a secret.
$7.
Because the world is a lonely place, and the depression rates are at an all-time high, and the world needs more tribe leaders like you now more than ever. And if you're not ready to step up and lead a tribe, you can just learn the psychology behind these 27 tribe secrets with just the digital book, right? There's kind of two options here. But if you understand how to build for tribal belonging, you have customers for life, right? And you can keep repeating this model, right? So Funk now has 5 of these tribe brands within his portfolio, within his business. Now that he understands how to just use this 27-step process, this playbook, and he'll just rinse and repeat all the different tribes within his audience, right? And so the last one was a $25,000 launch, and you can get these all for $199 today.
So the first 11 secrets are all about tribal attraction. So these will help you understand your tribe niche or niche and how to create subconscious attraction with the right customers so they feel a sense of connection and belonging to you and your tribe. So this will help you differentiate from the others in your industry because no two tribes are the same.
Nobody can compete on your story. Then the next 6 secrets are all about tribal engagement. So this is where we show you how to psychologically motivate members to take action and keep taking action so they engage with the content, they engage with the community, and so you get testimonials and social proof. It's basically on autopilot. And this helps you decrease churn and increase retention because happy customers want to pay and stay and tell their friends.
And the last 10 secrets are all about tribal bonding. So we'll show you how to intensify that similarity in your group to increase the subconscious connection between members so that they form more relationships and connections with each other. And so it just makes it harder for them to cancel because more of their personal identity is attached to the tribe identity. And this will show you how to build your community so that it practically runs itself and you don't have to end up like a ghost town Gary.
You don't need to implement all 27 secrets to grow your community, right? As we said, 5% increase can lead to 25 to 95% growth. So you can see our guy here, he only implemented a few things, including like languaging and some of the like collective identity, like basically 2 secrets, I think. And it took our churn down to below 10% this month, and our numbers are looking awesome. Right? So you can see $62 on the trial, 50% convert to paying member, $400 plus LTV, and growing based on churn metrics. That's a healthy little biz.
So let's find out how many of these 27 tribe secrets your community is missing. And as a bonus, since your business runs on results, on top of the book and the checklist, we're giving you the proof loop system that generates testimonials and social proof on autopilot that'll help you grow your tribe so you can scroll, and people can see lots of others like themselves getting the results that you promise.
Really good for conversion. Another bonus, stop repelling perfectly good customers, right? Did you know your people will make up their mind about your brand in less than 1 second, in 50 milliseconds? So we threw together a training with Funk on the tribe branding secrets to show you how to build a brand capable of creating this subconscious connection. So that's bonus number 3.
Bonus, don't do it alone. You can join our tribe of coaches and experts looking to buy back their freedom with the tribe business. We go live every week in our community to give you more tribal frameworks and examples of how to build a community that people actually want to buy from and belong to. So you can join that group too and help you implement these secrets into your business
with other tribe leaders. Oops. And as John said, it got him dancing out of his shoes. He said, literally one of the best trainings I have ever come across. Thanks, John. We didn't pay him for that. Said, my mind is absolutely blown. I'm scarfing it down and remaking my business overnight. I'm only on secret number 4 and practically dancing out of my shoes. Can't say enough about this. It seriously outperforms trainings I have spent $500 to $2,000 for. So, life-changing, business-changing, and John doesn't lie. The internet doesn't lie.
John wouldn't lie to you. So these are not tactics or trends that will age like milk. They're timeless psychological strategies to bypass the subconscious brain's defense mechanisms so you can attract more members and influence them to take action. And they always have and always will govern our behavior because our subconscious brain is wired in. So if we can take advantage of that, we can use that to become a tribe leader and build a community of people that actually want to get results, take action, build connections, pay and stay for life.
And if your customers are human, this can work for you, right? And it's good for the end user. Like, people are lonely. The world needs this. So this is what your customers want more than anything. And more than anything you or your competitors could ever sell them, right? It's what we are literally wired for. And that's why we believe that the future belongs to those who understand how to unify strangers on the internet.
Nice.
And
So, the future belongs to those who decided to build their tribe and step up as a tribe leader. Because it's not for everybody. You know, it does take leadership. You have to go first. People aren't just going to choose to interact with strangers if you don't teach them how to behave and how to belong.
you have to lead, you have to want it. You have to actually care about these people.
But once you set it up and you've got the rituals and systems, you can easily do this in a few hours per week.
And if you grab these secrets today, we're also going to send you one of the free Tribe Leader t-shirts so that you are one of us and
One of us.
represent.
One of us.
And they're comfy and they look great. So,
Go build your tribe because your customers are waiting. Remember, this is what they want, so go give it to them.
Literally built for, designed for, wired for. So, let's go build your tribe, get that
Grab
tribe
that.
suite, and we'll see you in the group.
See you on the other side.
Let's go.